baseline in a long time as a hit comes, and it should stay in bounds, and it does.
The serve, dug out by Bishop. This to the middle, and slamming one home.
Search over, dug out by Brodzinski. Jones now an attack by Dylan Miller, killed good.
And free ball to the crossover. Eilertson will get the pass for Hawley, set up left side. Rusted down with the kill.
Set it up, Bostena left side. Big kill blocked at the net, kept alive by the Greyhounds.
So Jones setting across court. Here's Sip with a right-handed kill. The attempt is in.
And a reserve goes to Kiera Johnson, a libero, but mishandles it. It's an ace.
Jensen Richmond to Crockett. Crockett able to get it over. This one comes to the middle again. Culp gets the kill.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Tuesday evening here on the Gobbler. KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1 for those also tuning in online at the video stream at yourliveevent.com. It is high school volleyball on the airwaves as the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Milaca Wolves tonight from the Aitkin High School Gymnasium. I'm Paul Vold on the call tonight. Milaca entering with a 7-5 record. Aitkin 5-7 on the season, a non-conference matchup. But both these teams, you know what? It's been a couple of years since they faced here at Aitkin High School, but not too unfamiliar with each other in the programs as well. And know that when it came to section and district tournament time that they were right in the midst of each other and definitely not too unfamiliar with each other. So this should be quite the matchup for both squads here tonight as we get rolling right into our broadcast. The Milaca Wolves making the trip up here to Aitkin, just taking the road up from 169 here to Aitkin, coming on to a stretch of 5 consecutive wins, including a win where they got a sluggish start, to say the least, falling behind their rival in Foley, down 2-0 early on. Foley's homecoming came roaring back to win the next 3 sets and a 5-set victory for the Milaca Wolves, which now makes it 5 wins in a row, including of which 3 of those wins 5 setters as well. So either they win a lot, they sweep the likes of Mora and Princeton, or they have to edge a couple out against Piers, Zimmerman, quite quality competition, and Foley as well. Those 5-set wins here on the week here with homegrown local radio. Of course, still coming our way here with this broadcast tonight, the Aitkin Gobblers this evening, with the likes of which they do sit at a 5-7 record. Went 2-2 at the tournament down in Piers over the weekend, which did include a 7th place finish as well, falling early on against the likes of Mora, then getting a win against Zimmerman too. So both these teams playing common opponents as of late, then losing to Maple Lake, but bouncing back quite nicely before the end of the end of the tournament with a 2-0 victory against Long Prairie Gray Eagle. Very competitive matches as well, and a lot of contributions as well. Maddie Hamilton did have 33 assists in that contest in the tournament on a whole. Brooke Zubke led the way. Bailey O'Neill led the way with 15 kills. Brooke Zubke added 14 as well. 21 digs for Emma Strowski. Just complete cooperation and overall depth of this team came through for the Gobblers, especially playing 4 matches over the series of a day for those Aitkin Gobblers. But should be quite the contest here tonight, as both head coaches were kind enough to speak with us before tonight's contest. We'll get to our head coaches here coming up on the pregame show as the Milaca Wolves take on your Aitkin Gobblers tonight. We're going to step aside here for a break and get our conversation with coach for the Milaca Wolves, James Taylor, join us here on the pregame show as the Gobblers taking on the Milaca Wolves here tonight. High school volleyball on the airwaves of KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, and also tuning in online at yourliveevent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome back to the pregame show here this evening as the Milaca Wolves take on your Aitkin Gobblers tonight. High school volleyball on the airwaves. We welcome in head coach for the Milaca Wolves, James Taylor, joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us tonight.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to be up here in Aitkin. It's been a couple of years since we've been here, but it's kind of a rivalry now. We've been playing each other for about 3-4 years.
We certainly hope that it'll be quite the matchup tonight. But, Coach, before we talk about tonight's matchup, a little bit, take it a few days back. Your last match most recently against Foley, a nice 5-set win, very competitive match from the early goings, and your team was able to come back, especially down early in that contest, too. Looking back at that match, what were some things that you took away from that victory?
Well, Foley having homecoming week right away, they were fired up, and we weren't ready to play that first match, and I thought things started to kind of turn in the second set. We had the lead, we weren't able to finish, but after game two, the energy, the attitude, everything about it said that it was going to be a long night. Plus it was Foley, that's our biggest rival. We see them all summer at summer league. A lot of the kids are friends kind of, and so there's just that competitive nature that we're not going to be done yet. And then it got really competitive. Games 4 and 5 were really good for us, but a great atmosphere. Again, they had homecoming going on, so they had a big crowd. We had a good following that came over from Milaca, and it was exciting for kind of a mid-season volleyball, I thought.
Coach, like you had mentioned, it's been a couple of years since your team's been up here too, and looking at your lineup and at least for your roster too, got a lot of seniors on your team, good amount of upperclassmen too, but you have returned a lot of experience for your team for this year. I see you nodding your head, but about this team too, especially now kind of at the midway point of the season too, how's this team really been coming together here at this point, especially now with 5 straight wins for your team?
It took us some time to figure out who we were. Like you said, we lost a lot of seniors last year, and they were a great group. They kind of set the stage for how it should look, but you can't just turn it over to somebody and say, okay, do what we were doing. It took us a little bit to find the right combination. We're asking a lot of 3 sophomores, one being a setter, one a middle, and one an outside. So that's your offense right there. And it takes time to go from that JV speed to the varsity speed. All 3 sophomores played last year at JV. But again, it's just that building time, and I think what's really helping us right now is they're coming together as a team and trusting each other, and we haven't had to really make any big lineup moves for the last 5 sets or 5 games, and so they're starting to kind of find a little rhythm with each other and start to believe in the system.
Coach, with this matchup you have against tonight, I know that Aitkin, they have a team that, they have a fairly deep lineup, too, and a rotation that they work in as well. But with this team that you're taking on here tonight with the Gobblers, what are you looking at for your team to get off to a good start tonight?
Well, better than Foley. We're hoping that maybe the long trip is better than a short trip. I don't know. So, yeah, we need to – it's still been – even in our 5 wins, we are just a slow starting team. It takes us a while to get into rhythm. So I think up here it's just kind of a smaller gym, a different gym for us, a different look. I remember the last couple times we've been up here, it's kind of just seemed, a while to get used to the arena and just to kind of get used to what we're doing here. So I'm hoping for a fast start because I don't want long, drawn-out ones. I think that kind of favors a home team is when they start getting a rhythm and they start getting those early kills in the first game or 2.
Coach, we thank you so much for coming on the pregame show. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach for the Milaca Wolves, that being James Taylor, joining us here on the pregame show as the Milaca Wolves take on the Aitkin Gobblers. Gobblers settling in for their first of 6 consecutive matches on their home floor. We'll check in with head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Julie Osmus, coming up on the other side of the break as the Aitkin Gobblers take on the Milaca Wolves here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back to the pregame show tonight here on KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1. For those also tuning into the video stream, you're at YourLiveEvent.com as we get ready for this matchup between the Milaca Wolves and the Aitkin Gobblers on the volleyball court tonight. We welcome in head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Coach Julie Osmus, joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us tonight.
No problem.
Coach, you had another busy weekend for your squad. You went 2-2 down at the tournament down in Pierce, faced really good competition, getting a couple of wins against Zimmerman and Long Prairie Gray Eagle, but, getting a couple of hard luck losses, but very competitive matches against Mora and Maple Lake as well. Looking back at the weekend that was for your team, what did you take away from those matches that you played down in Pierce?
We started off a little slow against Mora. That first set was especially we were a little bit sleepy, but we got going, and, I was really proud of the girls for picking up their energy and encouraging each other and getting going. And by the time we got to Zimmerman, they were really playing in nice form, and, they were doing the things that we need to do. They were passing the ball well. They were getting their sets up, and they were hitting the ball and really placing it, where they need to be. So just really proud of them for their energy and, for just their enthusiasm and their want to succeed.
Coach, of course, as we've seen as the season has kind of developed, now you're 12 matches into the year, too, and just a few weeks of the season, too. But really, we continue to harpen back on the fact of the amount of depth that you have on this team, with a lot of girls getting that varsity experience, some players that have stepped up from last year and also coming into this year with more varsity experience. A lot of overall contribution from this team, top to bottom, of course. Maddie and Mackenzie Hamilton, of course, Hannah Jones, Emma Ostrowski, Bailey O'Neill, Brooke Zubke, I should say, a couple other girls that have really contributed to. But even playing in some of those tournaments and obviously with some very competitive matches the last couple of weeks, it's good to have that amount of depth for your team, too.
Yes, it's great that I have a lot of girls to step up to. Some years you only have 1 or 2 hitters that you can really rely on. And, this year I've got 4 or 5 that really at any moment I can count on to get a good hit for me or a good placement or lots of different things. And they just encourage each other and encourage the others when they're having a down game. At least there's always somebody else that I can turn to and kind of rely on for that game.
Coach, do you find it difficult finding the right rotation, especially when you have, like you had said, 4 or 5 hitters this year that can really turn a set at any moment, too? Do you have difficulty finding that right rotation right off the bat, or as the season's kind of come along, you have that fluidity in place where you can plug in one girl and a set and kind of work out the rotation from that point?
We've kind of worked out who kind of serve receives best next to each other. There's just different people that communicate better with each other, and we found different ways of just making sure that the players that kind of have a better vibe with each other are next to each other, and we've just found that to be more successful. Hitting, because we are a little bit streaky, we've kind of been relying on our serve receive and our defense of where do people need to be, who is the best person to be in the spot in this rotation.
Well, Coach, tonight you've got the Milaca Wolves coming to Aitkin with this matchup. They're a streaky team as well. They've won 5 in a row, including a hard 5-set win against Foley last week, too. But, looking at this matchup, too, what's going to take for your team to obviously get off to a good start right off the bat and be able to compete here with the Wolves tonight?
I mean, we talked a lot with the girls that we just need to focus on our things to start the game. We really need to be in serve receive. We really need to get those passes up right away. And momentum is huge for us. If our team can get that momentum and really get going early, I think that's what we need to do. I mean, it's hard for us to come back if we get a slow start. So we just need to get that energy and get the momentum right from the beginning.
Well, Coach, best of luck tonight. Look forward to talking to you after the match as well.
All right, thank you.
Head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Julie Osmuth, on the pregame show as the Gobblers take on Milaca tonight from Aitkin's High School Gymnasium. We'll take a break here. We'll get you right back out to the gym tonight as the Milaca Wolves take on the Aitkin Gobblers on your home for Aitkin Gobblers Sports at KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1 The Gobbler, and yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School's gymnasium tonight on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. Those also tuning in at yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold on the call for tonight's broadcast with the Milaca Wolves visiting the Aitkin Gobblers. Only other match we've got on the airwaves tonight, that's Hill City at Crosby Ironton, that being on Skeeter 101.5 KFGI FM. And of course, you can listen to all of our high school sporting events by going to rjbroadcasting.com. Of course, Minnesota Twins opening up their final home series of the 2022 season at Target Field against the Southsiders, the Chicago White Sox, tonight. That's underway, actually. Yeah, well underway over on KKIN FM Real Country 94.3. But again, we'll have more Aitkin Gobbler volleyball this week and next week. Gobblers settling in for a couple of streaks here on the line tonight. Gobblers with a 6-game home match streak tonight, while the Milaca Wolves riding a 5-match win streak as well. So we'll see if the Gobblers get their homestand off to a good start, or will it be the Milaca Wolves continuing on with their winning streak this season. We're going to take a break here on the pregame show. We will get you starting rotations coming up, and of course, National Anthem with our color guard will be coming up, so we have an extended break coming up here as the Aitkin Gobblers take on the Milaca Wolves tonight from Aitkin High School on the Gobbler, KKIN, and also at yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education, where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide. Where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aiken provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
If your vehicle...
Welcome back to Aiken High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM Translator 103.1. For those also tuning online to the video stream at yourliveevent.com, or whether you're checking out the good old-fashioned radio stream at rjbroadcasting.com. Let's get a look here at our starting rotations for both teams. Starting first, the visiting team, that being the Milaca Wolves. Number 2 is a senior libero and Anna Elbert. Number 3 is a middle blocker and a junior in Maggie Westling. Number 9 is a middle blocker and also a sophomore in Lillian Voss. Number 11 is an an offensive player, and that being a senior in Emma Larson, while number 12 is a defensive setter and a sophomore in Grace Haas. Number 13 is a defensive setter and also wearing a senior in number 13, Sarah Wario. And number 15 is an outside hitter, a senior in Neely Zenz. Head coach for the Milaca Wolves is Jamie Taylor, assisted by Jeff Keel, Angela Helly, and also Carrie Rosenberg. For the Aiken Gobblers tonight, their starting rotation will go like this. Number 4 is a 5'3" senior libero in Jessica Much. A senior libero, a senior middle hitter and 5'10" in Brooke Zupke wearing number 5. Number 6 is a middle hitter and also wearing 5'10" and a sophomore in Hannah Jones. Number 9 is a sophomore outside hitter at 5'4" in Bailey O'Neill. Number 14 is a junior hitter and 5'11" in Kendall Ratz. Number 17 is a defensive setter and a senior at 5'7", Maddie Hamilton. Number 20 is a senior outside hitter, 5'10", Tegan Piesick. Head coach for the Aiken Gobblers is Julie Osmans, assisted by Steve Michlitz and even Shay Peterson. Activities director is Jason Klein. Public address announcer Jason Long going through our team lineups here this evening. Gobblers tonight adorned in the home black uniforms, number on top of the name, that being Aiken across the chest, red numbers, white trim around Aiken, white numbers, red trim around the numbers here this evening as the non-starters throw out candy. Oh, we almost got pelted with something. What do we get? We got something. It's by my foot. I can't really go down and reach it. Oh, it's a Snickers. Oh, we got to get that here before too long. I can't get the reach. I don't know. Somebody else will have to come get that for me. But nonetheless, Gobblers and the Milaca Wolves here tonight set to do battle. Milaca Wolves, of course, in the road red uniforms, black numbers on the front and back, white trim. Wolves going across the shoulder blades in solid white here this evening. Gobblers and Wolves here tonight on KKIN and also at yourliveevent.com. Gobblers student section, the white out here tonight for those tuning in, whether you're on the road, of course, for the Gobblers or on the way for Milaca. Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight as well. I know that Coach Taylor made mention of the fact that there was going to be video tonight, and I'm sure a few people from the Milaca area tuning in instead of making the trip up here to Aiken High School on a Tuesday. We do not blame you in the slightest, but we certainly do appreciate the streaming capabilities here with yourliveevent.com. See the likes of number 2, Anna Albert, checking in right off the bat. And so will Jessica Much, both liberos in to start off this contest here tonight. Set number 1, best of 5. First 4 sets will go to 25. And then the 5th and final set, if we go there, will be the race to 15. Gobblers will start off with the opening serve. It will be Kenzie Hamilton to serve. Sends it over to Anna Elber right in the middle to the far side. Going to fire one off, and it's going to be a kill shot this time for number 15 to kick things off. Neely Zenz will get the Milaca Wolves on the board to start off as the ball goes into the outer goings of our gymnasium as Neely Zenz right off the bat fires one home for the first kill of the night. And we'll see Elbert going back to serve for Milaca, wearing the opposite colored black jersey for the Milaca Wolves. Serve sent over to Jessica Much, played to the middle now for Brooke Zupke. Her shot blocked in the middle, tapped right back over at the net. Milaca tries to get it back over. They will do so, but out of play, even at 1 apiece. Seeing Kenzie Hamilton right in the middle there for a couple of digs. Block in the middle there by number 11, that being Emma Larson on the near side of the court, as Gobblers will be working left to right on your radio dials and on your computer screens, yourliveevent.com, and also on the Gobbler. Maddie Hamilton's serve will be sent over to the far side of the court, punched right back over by number 12 and Grace Haas out of play. We have a lead at 2-1 for the Aiken Gobblers. Hamilton going back to serve as the Gobblers continue on with the side outs. Hamilton's serve played over and set by, blocked in the middle there by Maggie Westling, as her shot in the middle blocked by Brooks Zupke, and the Gobblers with a 3-1 advantage in points, with Maddie Hamilton continuing to serve. Hers goes over. Side winding, dug out by Zenz. Played up in the middle now by Grace Haas. Sent over, dug out by Maddie Hamilton. To the far side for Tegan Piesick. Tries to paint a line. She'll hit it out. Maddie Hamilton with a dig on that opportunity. Could not get it to go to her favor of her teammates. 3-2 in the side out to the Milaca Wolves. We will see now coming into serve, number 6, that being Brianna Papp. Papp set to serve. 3-2 the deficit. Set number 1 here from Aitkin. Milaca with the advantage as it'll be on the serve. Much to P6, sent over by Kenzie Hamilton. Dug out this time by Zenz. She'll fire one over, tries to paint a corner and out, as it was number 13 actually, in Sarah Wario who got the dig, but nonetheless, Gobblers get the point right back, and the side out and the serve will go to Brooke Zubke. Jessica Much will check out. And bringing in, I believe, Hannah Jones for the first time tonight checked in for Aitkin. Zubke's serve played to the back row for Elbert. Set up now for Zenz in the middle row. She will not get a kill shot, but Maddie Hamilton will send it over from Kenzie Hamilton. Now looking for Zenz for another swing. Dug out this time by Kenzie. Played up to the front row for Piesick. Jones on the third hit will send it over. Set up now by number 6 and Brianna Papp. Back row save by the likes of Kenzie Hamilton. Sent over by Piesick. Dug out again by Papp. We'll see another opportunity for Zenz to swing. She'll not get a good clean shot, but dug out this time by Zubke. In the middle, Jones's shot is blocked right in the middle. It'll point to the Milaca Wolves number 5 there, number 3 in Maggie Westling with a block, and nonetheless another point for the Milaca Wolves. 4-3 the advantage for Milaca as going back to serve will be, I believe that's number 4, Shayna Christensen checking in for the first time tonight. She will go into serve. Running start. Now to Kenzie Hamilton on the backside to Maddie Hamilton. Sent over by Much. Hit is long and out. Neither team so far relegating points off the serve on the service errors. 4-4 now the score. We're tied here in the opening set as number 8, Kenna Mack. That's Mack who is serving, and Mock will get the service ace for the first time tonight. Kenna Mock, not Brianna Papp, who was already in. Mock serve to Jessica Much. Kenzie Hamilton sent over now to the far side of the court. Played up to the front row, hammered over, and it will go out. And now that I think about it, let me just double check. Yep, I do have that wrong. It is Maddie Hamilton wearing number 1 and Kenzie Hamilton wearing number 17. I still had the roster from Crosby Ironton that had both them on the wrong side, so my apologies to the Hamilton crew that enjoys the broadcast here tonight. So, Abby Palm checking in. Her serve will go and hit the back line on the front end of the net, as it'll be a service error. First one of the night for either squad. So Maddie Hamilton wearing number 1, Abby Palm with a service error, and going back to serve is going to be for number 3 in Maggie Westling. Her serve hits the back line and paints it clean for a service ace. Ace is at 2-0 in favor of the Milaca Wolves. Look at the right roster in front of me here tonight and get rid of the one that's wrong for the Aitkin Gobblers. Back line this time is out on the service error for the Milaca Wolves, now sitting at 7-6 in favor of the Milaca Wolves here in set number 1. Will be Tegan Piesick to set the serve. She'll send it over to the Milaca Wolves, looking for number 14 on a kill shot swing, and following through Esther Evans off the bench. How you doing for a kill shot? And we'll get the Gobblers back down to a 2-point deficit at 8-6. Side out right back to the Milaca Wolves. Double substitutions checking in, and coming in to serve will be, it looks like, number 12 in Grace Haas. Haas already in the middle of the action much of the wise tonight, setting up her teammates on some swings. Sent over to Jessica Much, played up by Abby Palm to the far side for Bailey O'Neill. Her shot into the net is no good, and now we'll make it a 9-6 lead for the Milaca Wolves, sending now Grace Haas back to the service line once again. Running start for Haas. Sends it over to Bailey O'Neill. Set by Palm. Looking for Hannah Jones. Back line kept alive, but it will hit the bottom of the line after it was touched on the back end by Anna Elbert. And Jones will get the point in the side out back to the Gobblers. Now trailing 9-7. It's going to serve Jessica Much, far side of the court. Running start for her before she lifts it over. In the middle, tapped over. Can't get it over the net as it'll be 4 hits against Milaca. And that will give another point to Aitkin, now trailing 9-8. Much has been known to get very streaky at the service line for the Gobblers. And, well, Aitkin could use one of those streaks right now. Much to the back row for Elbert. Set to the middle now. Sent over on the third hit by Emma Larson. The far side. Emma Miles tries to send it over. Free ball in the middle. Tapped over by Zubke. Dug out this time by Elbert. Far side swing by Larson is hammered down, and Emma Larson will put an end to that streak at the line for Jessica Much. It's a 10-8 lead for Milaca. We'll see number 13 in Sarah Wario checking in for Milaca. As coming out will be Esther Evans, and also number 8, Kanemak. Back in is Neely Zenz for the Wolves. Served by Wario. Gobblers on the third hit, back over to the far side for Zubke. Now to Elbert, looking for Zenz. Quick tapped over, dug out by Much. Right in the middle now for Zubke. Turnaround shot, dug out once again by Elbert. Zenz mistimes it on the front lead. Dug out by Ostrowski. Tap right back down. Gobblers keep it alive to the likes of the Wolves side. To the middle, Zenz tries to fire one up on the back line and long as the Gobblers get the point right back to themselves and a lead. They trail actually by the score of 10-9 here in set number 1. See Emma Ostrowski back into play now, is going back to serve Maddie Hamilton wearing number 1. We got that corrected here. And play at the net. Milaca tries to send it over as it was almost going to be an ace for Maddie Hamilton. Far side for Bailey O'Neill on the swing. Dug out by number 13 in Sarah Wario. Zenz quick tapped over. Ostrowski on the dig to Maddie Hamilton for Zubke in the middle. This one is going to be just long and out as they are looking for Aitkin. Put an arm in the air, wondering if maybe that one got touched long, but it did not. Trailing now 11-9 here in set number 1. Milaca with the lead. They've held that lead for some time here in this set. Kendall Ratz's swing tipped out of the air. Elbert out of the dig. Now to the near side for Zenz. Free ball after Maddie Hamilton's dig. Set by Much. Swing on by the Gobblers as they try to get over. And a nice block on the far side of the court from Maggie Westling and also number 11 in Emma Larson, as they will get the point and continue with now a 3-point lead at 12-9. Both teams competing here in this opening set, but Milaca with a slight advantage early on, attacking in the front row. Ostrowski sends it over on the second hit. Now for Zenz, just hits it over, tries to get it over the top of the net and will not do so. 12-10 now, side out to the Gobblers. Get a couple subs in. Looks like Tegan Piesick and Kenzie Hamilton back in for Aitkin. Bailey O'Neill, Emma Ostrowski out for the Gobblers. Kenzie's serve to the back row for Zenz. Now looking for a tap on the back corner, and this one will be sent over, and nice touch on the backside for Maggie Westling as she'll send it over for a kill. And a 13-10 advantage. Gobblers unable to get past, well, really one serve here in this opening set after getting a side out, and they trail 13-10. Still early on here in the set, early on in the match as well. Serve to the back row for Jessica Much. Played up now. Zubke far side. Actually, no, that's Tegan Piesick to the number 2, that being Anna Elbert. Maddie Hamilton tries to pick back corner, does not sneak past Elbert. She'll get the dig. Now swing on by Zenz. Maddie Hamilton to Tegan Piesick. Hammers it right into the net. Gobblers unable to come up with anything on that as they now trail by their largest deficit of the set at 4, 14-10. Back to serve is Brianna Papp. Papp sends it to the middle back row, that being to Jessica Much to Maddie Hamilton. Miscommunication, the net. Gobblers will keep it alive as it will be to Tegan Piesick, who hits it long and out. Gobblers trying to continue to compete here in this set, now trailing by 5 at 15-10. Milaca, if anything, a little bit of a size advantage, especially when you see Maggie Wessling on that front row. She's done much of the blocking in the front row to Bailey Zubke. Just gets it over Wessling. Free ball to the near side for Zenz, pushes it over. Dug out by Kenzie Hamilton. Maddie will keep it going. Tegan Piesick blocked to the net, right on cue. Maggie Wessling hammers it right over for another kill. 16-10 now the score. Coach Osmus down on the floor doing some talking with Hannah Jones and also Emma Miles as Brianna Papp will continue to serve. Serve from Papp to Jessica Much. Maddie Hamilton will send it over after Jessica Much. Blocked right at the net. Easy kill. It was a free touch and back-to-back kills from Maggie Wessling at 17-10. Milaca starting to pull away. Just an easy free ball, left all alone. Nobody within 5 feet of Maggie Wessling on both sides of the net, and she just hammered it right over. Not even hammered, it was just a quick flick of the wrist. Anna Elbert sets it up to Zen. She'll touch it right over as Brooke Zubke tried to do the same thing, as it'll be a hammered shot over by Wessling. Look for the block as we'll get a touch at the net. Point to the Gobblers. Couple of plays on the backside. Brooke Zubke will go back to serve for Aitkin. Leading the way, Maggie Wessling with 3 kills already. Only 1 kill officially for Aitkin, that being for Hannah Jones, as Zubke's serve played to the back row there for number 10, I believe that is, number 13, excuse me, for Milaca. As Zubke over to Tegan Piesick, free shot wide of the mark, that being number 13 in Sarah Wario. Back up to a 7-point deficit now at 18-11. Milaca in front here in set number 1. Gobblers trail here on the Gobbler, AM 930, FM 103.1, and at yourliveevent.com. Back to serve number 8 and Kenna Mock off the bench. Mock will send a running shot to Kendall Ratz, high in the air. To Maddie Hamilton, back to Kendall. She'll swing on for the 3rd hit. Dug out by Elbert. Right in the middle now for Wessling. High rebound on the dig attempt by Jessica Much. Piesick sends it over. Now looking for number 14. Another dig. This one for Kenzie Hamilton. Tegan Piesick blocked at the net. Hammered down again by the likes of Maggie Wessling. She's up to 4 now this set. And the Gobblers in trouble of losing this one, trailing now 19-11. Timeout called on the floor. We'll take it with them as well. Gobblers trail 19-11 here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
Mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome.
Miller it.
19-11 our score here on the Gobbler. KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, as well as yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold on the call tonight. Milaca Wolves, early goings of this contest. 4 kills from Maggie Wessling, doing much of the damage, even in the middle with the block as well. She's got a pair of them tonight with Emma Larson, as Kenna Mock will go to serve. Kendall Ratz will send it over on the 3rd hit for Aitkin. Set up right in the middle, looking for Wessling once again, and this one unabated. Everybody taking cover on that one, and the swing through Maggie Wessling, the 5th kill of the night. And it's set number 1, a 20-11 lead for Milaca. 5 straight wins, and so far it's showing itself early on. Mock serve. Back row by Jessica Much. To Kendall Ratz looking for Hannah Jones, and she'll get the kill for Aitkin. And the side out back to the Gobblers. Hannah Jones have on the scoreboard her first official kill of the night. We will reciprocate along with that as well. And it will be Abby Palm going back to serve. Abby First time at the service line tonight. Sends it to the back row, and her fellow number 2 and Anna Albert, on the back row to Jessica Much, looking now for Emma Miles, blocked to the net. Free ball for Westling as she'll get it dug out by Abby Palm. Resetting now to Albert once again. Free ball for Aiken. Palm looking for Tegan Piesick. She'll swing, and it will be a hit on the net, but the Wolves will get the point. Now 21-12 the score. Gobblers try to keep that one alive as much as they could. Unfortunately, they were unable to do so even with the hit at the net late. 21-12. Milaca with the advantage, and Maggie Westling will get her first chance at the service line. Dug low on the receive to Emma Miles, sends it over to Westling. Now to number 14, hammers it right into the net. There will be Esther Evans. 21-14, set continues to be. Excuse me, it is 21-13 the score. Tegan Piesick will head to the service line for Aiken. Second time here in this set. Her serve, spinning to Mock. Now looking for Esther Evans. Dug out this time on the reception by Jessica Much. Dug on the other side, Elbert. Gobblers will get a free ball from the Wolves and looking for Emma Miles, who swings it. Now it'll be to Elbert. Right in the middle now, far side. Gobblers keep alive on the rally. Hammered back down in the middle. Still alive for the Gobblers. We'll come back the other way for Abby Palm. That's Bailey O'Neill, actually. Now looking for Esther Evans. Backhand hit to Abby Palm. Jessica Much looking for O'Neill, who'll send it over on the third hit to Elbert on the dig. Set to the middle again for number 9 for Milaca. Tegan Piesick keeps it alive. Piesick on the third hit sends it over to Mock. Set in the middle, looking for Esther Evans, who hammers it right into the net. Gobblers will get the point right back now, trailing 21-14 here in set number 1. Best of 5 here tonight. Piesick dug out on the reception to Jessica Much. Abby Palm looking for Emma Miles. Her hit will be credited for a kill. Emma Miles for the first time here in this ball game with a kill, I should say. 21-15, the Gobblers trail. Serve from Piesick. Serve goes long on that end line, 22-15. First service error from Tegan Piesick, second of set number 1. Couple substitutions in. Emma Larson checking back in. We'll also see number 12 for the Milaca Wolves. That being Grace Haas, whose turn to serve it will be in the rotation. Haas with the serve to Jessica Much. Abby Palm looking for Bailey O'Neill on the far side, tipped out of the air. Esther Evans to Mock once again, sends it over and wide of the mark on the hitting error. 22-16, the deficit remains for the Gobblers. Miscommunication here on the far side of the court here, as Jessica Much was going back to serve. She was picking up one of the practice balls that was left out. Stoppage here as the official down on the floor will take that practice ball, put it back in the ball return. And the game ball will be used by Jessica Much on the serve. 22-16, set number 1 here from Aiken. Serve sent to the back row for Kenna Mock. Jessica Much to Abby Palm for the Aiken. Too far on the lead, and this will be hammered down right in the middle for the Wolves and number 9, and Lily Voss, her first kill of the night. 23-16 the score. Gobblers trail here in set number 1. Going back to serve, I believe Sarah Wario, number 13, set to serve for the Milaca Wolves. It's a running start before she sends one on the back line. This one's just out on the service line. And will be 23-17 here in the opening set. The Maddie Hamilton set to serve here for the Gobblers. We wait for confirmation, a couple substitutions in. Looks like Emma Ostrowski back in, Brooke Zubke as well for Aiken. Elbert receives it. As Larson will send it over to Jessica Much. To Maddie Hamilton, far side for Bailey O'Neill. It's blocked to the net, and it will be a point for Aitkin on the kill for Bailey O'Neill. 23-18 in set number 1. Maddie Hamilton, her serve played to the back row. Zenz is going to send it over. Free ball for Aitkin. Ostrowski to Maddie Hamilton, looking for Zubke in the middle, tries to time it just up. She does on the block in the front row. This one will be sent over to Zenz. Just pokes it right over, and this one will be pointed right down, 24-18, as Neely Zenz will get the point right back to her teammates. Her second kill of the night for Neely Zenz, and set point at 24-18. Elbert with a serve to Jessica Much, to Maddie Hamilton. Back row once again for Elbert. Set to the middle now, looking far side for Larson. Hammers it right into the net, unfortunately. As 24-19 now the score here in set number 1. As it will be Kenzie Hamilton set to serve for the Gobblers on the side out. 24-19, still set point in favor of Milaca to take the first advantage here in this contest. Set to the back row for Elbert. Westling keeps it alive. Zenz on the free ball to Jessica Much. Now to Hamilton, swung on by, hit at the net. And that will give the point right to the Gobblers at 24-20 now the score. Gobblers keep the set alive. Milaca touched the net as the swing was coming through from Kendall Ratz on the back row. Still set point at 24-20. Neely Zenz sends it to the back row for Kenzie Hamilton. Free of the net, and it will be point for the Milaca Wolves. 25-20. Set number 1 belongs to the Milaca Wolves. Take a break here as we will get you, of course, a recap of set number 1. Set number 2, as it's a 1-0 lead. Milaca on top of Aitkin on the Gobbler, and also at yourliveevent.com.
Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back here to the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1, as well as yourliveevent.com, as the Milaca Wolves take a 1-0 lead in set number 1, 25-20. Early on, it was fairly even, both teams trading points in the early goings, but Milaca was able to pull away in the late stages of that first set with of course, the play right in the front row with Maggie Wessling, 5 kills, 2 blocks in the early goings of that set to pull out ahead 1-0 against the Aitkin Gobblers. Milaca will start off with the serve here in set number 2 against the Aitkin Gobblers, up 1-0. It will be Neely Zen's serve off the first time here in this opening set as the Gobblers send it over on the third hit to Elbert right in the middle. Trying to swing on will be number 9 and Lily Voss. Gobblers keep it alive. Bailey O'Neill as it'll be hit on the net, and it will be Gobblers getting the point to take the lead 1-0 here in set number 1. Gobblers will get much reprieve there on that set, or on that point I should say, and the side out right to Kenzie Hamilton. A couple of late arrivals out of the between set bathroom break. Gobblers keep it alive with Tegan Piesick on a dig. She'll send it over on the third hit. Dug low this time by Elbert. Far side for Neely Zenz. Play to the net once again, right on top of the tape, but it will be kept alive by the likes of Lily Voss. Dug out by the likes of Jessica Much. Tegan Piesick's swing is going to be hampered by the net once again. And the Milaca Wolves will get the point and the side out back the other way. Out-of-town scoreboard update, seeing as sets 1 and 2 split over on Skeeter 101.5. They're already 2 sets in. We're barely into set number 2 ourselves. They're already into set number 3 over on Skeeter 101.5. Maggie Wessling hammers one down from Milaca. Welcome to set number 2 as Maggie Wessling gets her 6th kill of the evening at a 2-1 lead. Set scores for the other match went Crosby Ironton in set 1, 25-22, and then Hill City won the second set, 25-21, as the serve from Elbert goes out of play, and will be a side out back to the Gobblers. We're tied at 2. Serving fairly clean in the opening set for both sides. Only 2 service errors for both sides in that opening frame. 2-2 our score. Neely Zenz will pick a line and will say it is in, says our official on the floor. And she will get her 2nd kill of the night at 3-2 now the score in favor of Milaca. Substitutions each side here, as we will see. Brianna Papp checking in for the first time tonight. In set number 2, I should say. She's already been in numerous times in set 1. Hap serve to Jessica Much on the back row to Maddie Hamilton. Kendall Ratz blocked to the net and goes out. It will be a kill for Kendall Ratz as it was blocked but going out of bounds on the process. And Kendall Ratz with her 1st kill of the night and tied at 3 apiece. We'll see Abby Palm checking in to serve. 3-3 our score. Set number 2. Palm serve to the back line and out. 2nd service error for her tonight, and the point will go to Milaca. And with them having a 1-0 lead, they'll go have a serve for number 19 and Ella James. Ella James getting her first action of the evening here to go into set number 2. Ella James, running start for her in the middle of the floor. Sends it to Jessica Much, to Abby Palm, looking for Tegan Piesick. Had to back up to get a good swing on it. Free ball for Milaca, sent over by a 14 in Esther Evans. Much will send it over to her teammate in Savannah Holm. First time tonight here in set number 2. Esther Evans will get the free point back to back to Milaca, as there was diving bodies all over the place, and Esther Evans will keep the ball in the hands of her teammates. 5-3 the advantage. As it'll be Ella James back to serve once again, played by Jessica Much to Tegan Piesick. Going to be sent over, almost hitting the basketball hoop from Kenzie Hamilton. Dug out alive now for Maggie Wessling. Gets a couple fingertips on it before it floats over to the Gobbler's side. Dug out by Elbert. Played up to the front row, looking for Esther Evans. Her swing is going to be touched now to the Gobbler's side. Tegan Piesick on the 3rd hit to Elbert. Now set to the middle for Brianna Papp. Back line, it goes long after the swing from Maggie Wessling. And the Gobblers will get the point right back as Shayna Christensen with a couple of digs on that previous set. On the previous point, I should say. And 5-4, the advantage to Milaca. Tegan Piesick to Elbert. Pap sends it over on the second hit. Savannah Holm to Abby Palm, now to Jessica Much. Back row, now to front row for Pap, looking for a Milaca Wolf to finish it. It will be finished by Shayna Christensen, as it will be point back to Milaca. Largest lead here in set number 2 is at 2 points thus far. Will be Maggie Westling set to serve for Milaca. To Jessica Much, to Abby Palm, looking for Savannah Holm, touches it over, and now played by Westling to Esther Evans. Dug out, kept alive. It'll be a kill for Esther Evans. Not much going there as Jessica Much kept it going well beyond her team. It actually went behind the Gobbler bench, and 7-4 now the advantage in favor of Milaca. Right into the net for Maggie Westling. Gobblers get a break on that point. 7-5 now the score. Jessica Much will go back to serve. 1-0 advantage, 25-20 the score in set number 1. That belonged to the Milaca Wolves. 7-5 our score here in set number 2. Esther Evans dug out this time by Abby Palm. Actually, that was Bailey O'Neill, sent long and out by Abby Palm on the near side of the court. Score now at 8-5. Gobblers will continue to receive the serve, as we'll see a couple changes in. Emma Larson back in. Now we'll see number 12 and Grace Haas checking back in for the Wolves. 8-5 in favor of Milaca. Serve from Haas to the back row for Jessica Much, to Abby Palm in the front row, looking for Savannah Holm. Dug out by Elbert, set by number 12 and hammered over by number 14, Esther Evans. That'll be a kill for her. Grace Haas is number 12. And the Milaca Wolves will be the ball for the Milaca Wolves. Confirmation now 9-5 the score after the kill from Esther Evans. Running start there for Grace Haas to Abby Palm as Brooke Zubke sends it over, and this one hits in play, and the Gobblers get a kill from Brooke Zubke. 9-6. Gobblers trail here in this second set. A couple more changes coming in on the rotation. Maddie Hamilton will come in to serve. Abby Palm is out. And we'll also see Kendall Ratz checking back in, just hitting over the top of the netting. Gobblers will keep it alive after the serve from Maddie Hamilton. Looking for Zubke on the far side. Dug out by Elber. Played to Haas. Now sent over on the third hit by Lily Voss. Gobblers will continue to roll, trailing here as it'll give a kill on the far side of the court. And it will be credited for the Gobblers. 9-7 as the kill from Bailey O'Neill. 9-7 the deficit remains here in set number 2. Gobblers trail 1-0 here, as now we get a confirmation here. They're saying that the kill went out. 9-7 the score right now. Are they going to give the point to... Yep, they're going to give the point to Aitkin, as the official on the judge's stand saying no, it went out. But after it went out, after it was tipped off a Milaca player, therefore a kill for Kendall Ratz, and hammered right into that now from Maddie Hamilton, her first of the night. Will give the point back to Milaca. Gobblers trail 10-7. The score. Changes abound on each side here, with each side out that there is. Running serve from Zenz. Now played to the far side of the court by Aitkin. This one's going to be hammered long and almost taking out the camera on the other side of the court from Milaca, but luckily enough kept alive there and preserving the precious cargo from Milaca. As the serve from Sarah Wario, my apologies, Sarah Wario serving, as the Gobblers send it over in the third hit from Jessica Much. Played up by now number 12, that being Grace Haas. Gobblers try to contend the other way. Hit long of the mark. And now 12 to They're going to say tip as it went out. Gobblers will actually get that point as they're going to say tip as it went out. Long of the mark. Leave credit that to Brooke Zubke. Gobblers will get the point right back now at 11-8 they trail. Dug up by Zenz. To Haas, tipped up. Gobblers try to keep it alive. They will not do so as it will be point right back the other way and the side out to the Milaca Wolves. Neely Zenz now up to 3 kills on the night with that swing. And we'll see Anna Elbert sending the hit to her opposing libero and Jessica Much. To Brooke Zubke, tries to keep it low. They do. And the Wolves will contend. Kenzie Hamilton to Maddie Hamilton, tries to pick a corner, but back there was Anna Elbert. Now to Neely Zenz on the swing. This one back-to-back kills for the Milaca Wolves and Neely Zenz. 13-8 the score, as back to serve again will be Anna Elbert. 1-0 advantage in favor of the Milaca Wolves as the serve goes into the net from Anna Elbert. 13-9 is the deficit. Gobblers trail now. Brooke Zubke into serve. Played up to the front row now, looking for Maggie Westling. And this one will be a kill for Westling. Easy enough for her as it caught Brooke Zubke off balance. As will now be 7 on the night for Maggie Westling. Now 14-9 the advantage for Milaca. Going back to serve again will be Brianna Pap, back to serve. For Milaca, sends it to Jessica Much to Maddie Hamilton. Tegan right in the middle, Piesick that is. She will get the kill. First time of the night we've called Tegan Piesick for a kill. And she'll make it 14-10. Tegan with her first kill of the night. Side out back to the Aitkin Gobblers as chasing the loose ball will be Abby Palm. Wait for the approach from Abby Palm. Standing serve, she'll send it. Back row for Sarah Wario. Far side, Maggie Westling wasting little time, got full momentum on her side, and she just took it with reckless abandon and fired one over to the Gobblers' side of the court. 15-10 the score. Now kill number 8 on the night for Maggie Westling, not messing around, as going into serve will be Ella James, and also seeing number 14, Esther Evans, off the bench. Serve from James to Tegan Piesick. Now over to Hannah Jones, dug out by Elbert. Looking for Westling once again, and she just gets it right off a hand and caught Jessica Much going back, but she needed to go forward. Back-to-back kills for Maggie Westling. 16-10 now the score, even though already had 16-10 on the scoreboard. James back to serve once again for the Milaca Wolves. 1-0 in favor of Milaca. 16-10 here in set number 2. Jones will send over a block to the net by Westling. Once again, blocked twice now by Westling. Can she make it a third time if it comes her way? We'll find out here on the free ball. Maybe she'll finish it with a kill. It will be actually the turn now of number 4, Shanna Christensen. Free ball at the net in the middle. Block down low. It'll be a kill right in the middle now, this time for Hannah Jones. So a couple of blocks for the likes of Maggie Westling go nowhere, but it is an 11-16 deficit for Aitkin as they'll get the point and the side out now to Tegan Piesick. Piesick, walking start, sends it over. Back row now for Ella James to Christensen, fires it over. Dug out from the kill shot attempt from Westling by Tegan Piesick. James now over to Esther Evans, hits it wide of the mark and out. Gobblers trail 12-16 now after a couple of nice plays on the defensive front. Tegan Piesick, a walking start, will send it before she gets to the service line to Westling. Hot hands off her. Now back to the Gobbler side, free ball for Bailey O'Neill. This one will fall right in. Bailey O'Neill with another kill for the Gobblers. Aitkin now trailing only by 3 points. Largest deficit was at 6. They now trail 16-13. Tegan Piesick sends it over. on the serve. Christensen dug out by Piesic to Abby Palm. Right in the middle, Hannah Jones dug out by Elbert. Near side, miscommunication, free ball for Aitkin as the Wolves get it over on 3. This one's going to be a kill. It will be for Savannah Holm, her first of the night as well. Gobblers trail now by 2 at 16-14. Gobblers looked a little disheveled and also out of sorts here at the midway point of this set. Now only trail by 2. They trailed 16-10 at one point here in this set. Set alive now by Aitkin. Esther Evans will send it over on the third hit. Tegan Piesic now to Abby Palm looking for Savannah Holm. Mistimed it, just got a piece of it, but unfortunately not enough to keep it to her teammate's side. 17-14 the deficit. And now it will be Maggie Westling's turn to serve for Milaca. She'll get a 2-3 set start. Step start, I should say. Before Emma Ostrowski receives it, Jessica Much over on the third hit to Westling. Near side, now hammering it over, and this one's going to go long and out after the kill swing by Lily Voss. Voss with her first kill, a second kill of the night. 14-18, Aitkin trails. And it'll be Westling back to serve once again. Kind of shuffling jump start on the serve from her, and it drops right in. It'll be an ace for Maggie Westling, her second of the night. First of set number 2, 19-14 the score. Milaca in front. Miscommunication that back line between a couple of Gobbler players. Jessica Much to Bailey O'Neill, far side of the court. This one will be a kill, and just in front of the camera that's being filmed for Milaca, it'll be another kill for the Gobblers and Bailey O'Neill, who is up to now 4 on the night. Gobblers will get the point in the side out right back, now trailing, quick update with our scoreboard, 19-15 in favor of Milaca here in set number 2. Jessica Much running start for her, played up back row now. Tried to keep it up in the air, will Milaca, as following through, free ball for the Gobblers. Brooke Zubke blocked to the net. Tipped right back over. Jessica Much, third time's the charm. We'll get it set now for Milaca, looking for right into the net on the swing, and it will be hammered into the net by number 9 and Lily Voss. Gobblers trail only now by 3 points at 16-19. Jessica Much will continue to serve for Aitkin. Running start for her, sends it over. Back row for Ella James. Now to the near side for Esther Evans. She'll get another kill, will Esther Evans. Now makes it 20-16 in favor of Milaca here in set number 2. We'll see Grace Haas and Emma Larson back in for Milaca. And continue to roll here in set number 2. Grace Haas back to serve for Milaca. 20-16. Firing it over. Back row for for Jessica Much. Now looking for Brooke Zubke. Blocked at the tip of the net. Now we'll see far side for Esther Evans. Floating free ball to Jessica Much. Sent over by Bailey O'Neill. Third hit. Elbert. Now in the middle for Haas. Far side for Larson. It's going to be just long and out. Gobblers will get the point. And the side out at 20-17. They trail. 20-17 as we'll see Kendall Ratz, and looks like Maddie Hamilton checking back in. Gobblers down 1-0. Maddie Hamilton's serve played over. Emma Larson dug out by Ostrowski to Maddie Hamilton, far side, blocked to the net once again and kept alive somehow. Now we're going to get stoppage here. That was 4 hits on Aitkin, and the block of the net on the likes of looks like Lily Voss and Emma Larson will go to the credit of a point for Milaca. Now 21-17 the score. Milaca will get the side out. And we'll also see, I believe, Sarah Wario back to, deep to serve. Number 13 for Milaca. Continue to roll on here with this second set. Serve over to Jessica Much. Now looking for Bailey O'Neill in the swing. It's going to go out. They're going to call for the tip. not going to call for the tip, it seems. Point to Milaca. Not seeing a tip of any kind. As Anna Elbert is even saying that maybe she might have tipped it. Nothing confirmed as of yet. Jessica Much over to the judge's stand to talk with the official. 22-17 right now, the score in favor of Milaca as the hit long of the mark from the swing from Bailey O'Neill. But keeping the serve will be Sarah Wario for the Milaca Wolves. Unhappy about it. Gobblers trail by 5 now at 22-17. Running start for Wario on the back line now. Maddie Hamilton in the middle looking for Brooke Zubke. Tipped right back over. Kept alive there by Grace Haas. Sent over on the second hit by Milaca. Maddie Hamilton in the middle for Brooke Zubke. Times it up just right. And they are going to say point to Aitkin. Excuse me, no, point to Milaca as the swing from Zubke long and out. Thought maybe that one might have been a tip, but nonetheless, Milaca now up 23-17 here in set number 2. Serve will go off the arms of Jessica Much from Sarah Wario and set point at 24-17. Aitkin with a little bit of gusto here in this set, but now trailing 24-17. Got it within 2 points, but haven't been able to cut it closer than that. Ostrowski, Hamilton, block to the net. Kendall Ratz, point to Milaca. That will take care of set number 2. 25-17. Milaca takes the second set, now up 2-0. Set number 3 comes your way here after a break on the Gobbler as well as yourliveevent.com.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide. Where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Welcome back to Aitkin here tonight, as it is the Milaca Wolves who are up 2-0 after taking set number 2, 25-17 on the Gobbler. KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1. For those also tuning in online at yourliveevent.com. Again, it was early even on. The Gobblers had a couple of short leads, but again, at one point, Milaca was just able to pull away in the middle portion of the set, leading by as much as 6 points, and Aitkin could not quite recover. They even had it down to a 2-point deficit, but from that point on, the Milaca Wolves will all in favor in that second set. 25-20, 25-17. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. We do have in set number 3, Hill City taking set number 3. by the score of 25-16 against Crosby Ironton. 2-1 lead in favor of those Hill City Hornets. Set number 3 set to take place here momentarily as well for those tuning in online at yourliveevent.com, and also, of course, with the audio stream at rjbroadcasting.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Gobblers will get the serve with Maddie Hamilton to take the first serve of set number 3 here this evening. Her serve will be sent to that back row. Looks like it'll be played by Grace Haas. Emma Larson over on the third hit. Kendall Ratz, backhand fist right into the net, and it's a 1-0 advantage for the Milaca Wolves. We'll get confirmation who's serving, and it will be number 9 that is going to be serving, Lily Voss, first time tonight. We'll see her serving for Milaca. She'll get a running start all the way from the back line as she drops it in for an ace to Lily Voss. A couple of Gobblers looking at each other thought you were going to get that one. But nonetheless, another point for Milaca, up 2-0 here in set number 3. 2-0 advantage for the Milaca Wolves. It'll be a Lily Voss. Aaron Judge home run watch. Fruitless once again. Another walk, I believe, there for Aaron Judge as the Gobblers keep it alive here in set number 3, as this one just a quick touch right over by the Alexa Maggie Westling, now up 2 on the night. 10 kills as she hits double digits tonight. Probably the easiest kill of the night. And out-of-town scoreboard update, Minnesota Twins up 4-0 against the Chicago White Sox. Mathematically still in it. Hit long by Kendall Ratz will make it a 4-0 start here in set number 3. The Twins up 4-0. Milaca up 4-0. But for the Minnesota Twins, their score a little bit more significance in the middle portion of their game as well. Long serve on the back line there from Lily Voss, her first service error of the night. 4-1 deficit now. Gobblers will send to the service line Kenzie Hamilton. Of course, we did have the roster snafu early on. Old roster, bad roster, actually, to say the least, as Emma Larson's hit at the net will be 4, and that will make it another point for Aitkin. 4-2 now in favor of the Milaca Wolves. Serve from Kenzie to the back line for Haas. Actually, that's Sarah Wario, number 13. Now sent over on the third hit to Maddie Hamilton, setting it up for Brooke Zubke. Blocked to the net, and it's going to go out, and it'll be Zubke. Another kill for her tonight. That will be kill number 2 on the evening, and that will make it a 4-3 deficit. Kenzie Hamilton serve. Drops right in for an ace. Kenzie Hamilton will drop it in for her first ace of the night, and also the team's first as well. We're tied at 4 apiece. 4 straight points for the Gobblers. Can they make it 5? Almost was on a near ace as Neely Zenz tries to pick a back corner, but Jessica Mutch right there to Maddie Hamilton. And it'll be tapped right into fair play on the line, and the Gobblers now make it 5 in a row. Concession stand now closed for the night. That means free popcorn for the kids. Tegan Piesick with her second kill of the night. Popcorn empty before it even gets to the student section. How about another ace for Kenzie Hamilton? Gobblers now 6 straight points. That's 2 aces on this serving set now for Kenzie Hamilton. 6 in a row by Aitkin. Long serve out from Kenzie Hamilton. That'll be her first service error of the night. Like I said, both teams fairly clean from the service line through now 2+ sets. Combined 10 service errors, so 5 apiece. Coaches got to both be happy about that. They're clean serving tonight. But Milaca probably more happy the fact they're up 2-0. Gobblers try to get it clean over on the third hit. They do to Anna Elbert. Now played in the middle now for Maggie Westling. And again, there's just nothing stopping her, as it will be. They're going to give her the kill. Yes, they will give it the kill. Initially pointed towards the side of Aitkin. 11 kills for Maggie Westling as it hit right on the line on the near side to the left of the judges' stand. And it will be Brianna Papp set to serve, and she'll send it. Back line and out. 7-6 the score. Aitkin with the advantage. Set number 3 here in this best of 5. Gobblers send it over. Zubke tapped right back over and hammered right down. Just another flick of the wrist. Kendall Ratz will get her second of the night, and Gobblers now up 8-6. Gobblers a little bit more life and momentum here in this set, especially after going down 4-0 early on. Have scored 8 of the last 10 points. Block of the net, hammered right down. Who's going to get that one? I believe it is going to be Hannah Jones. The credit and a timeout taken by Coach Taylor. We'll take it with him as well. 9-6, Aitkin with the advantage here in set number 3 on the Gobbler. YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education, where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Nine to 6 our score here on the Gobbler. KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1. Set number 3, Milaca up, well, 2-0, but after a 4-0 deficit in this set that Aitkin faced, they've scored 9 of the last 11 points here in this most recent set. Brooke Zubke back to serve. She'll send it to the back row, and Anna Elbert. Now to the far side, Brianna Papp to Maggie Westling, who's got 11 kills on the night. 1 here in this set. Tegan Piesick sends it long on the back line. And we'll see another point to the favor of the Milaca Wolves. 9-7 they trail. Let you know here, folks, as well. Stats here for tonight's broadcast, all completely unofficial. We're doing the best we can, given the momentum of the contest, but calling the game, running the video, and also the radio broadcast. You know what? We do the best that we can. Service in the back line just out from Elbert. There'll be another service error credited to her. And 10-7, Aitkin with the lead here in set number 3. It'll be Abby Palm going back to serve here for the Aitkin Gobblers. Palm a couple of chances at the service line tonight. Makes this one count to Papp, and it'll be a point for the Gobblers. And 11-7 now. Gobblers with the momentum here and the advantage at 11-7, down 2-0. We'll send it to the back line for Papp. Swung on wide and out by the likes of Maggie Westling. 12-7. Gobblers their largest lead of any point of this contest tonight, and they lead 12-7. Abby Palm to the back row for Elbert. Now flayed up to Esther Evans. Free ball for the Gobblers. Abby Palm, far side, looking for Zubke. Her swing dug out by number 8 and Kennemock. Kept alive, tipped in the net. Nice dive from the likes of Jessica Much. Elbert to Papp. Westling in the middle, punches it over to Kenzie Hamilton. Another kill for the likes of Maggie Westling, as she just picked a corner in a nice spot there, as Kenzie Hamilton had to dive, but can keep it alive for the Aitkin Gobblers. As we'll see, now going back to serve will be Maggie Westling, and try to rattle off some points to her teammates, as will be Abby Palm. Now looking for Emma Miles. Dug out by Esther Evans. Kennemock will send it over. Jessica Much to Emma Miles, once again rotating out to Maggie Westling to Papp. Swung on, and Christensen, Shayna Christensen, will get a kill, and a 12-9 deficit. Milaca going back to keeping the points and the serve in the process. 12-9 the score. Maggie Westling will serve for Milaca. Running start, shuffling. Jessica Much high in the air to Abby Palm for Emma Miles. Westling gets it over to Papp right in the middle now for number 9, Lily Voss, dug out by Kenzie Hamilton. Swung on, and this will be kept alive again on the other side for Papp. Esther Evans, free ball for Aitkin. to Palm. Far side for Tegan Piesick. Can't get it over, as she will actually get it over, but can't get it to follow through. Backside hits off the bottom of the backboard, and Esther Evans is going to get credit for a kill with the assist to the basketball backboard. Got to know the field here, or at least know the gymnasium. If it goes off the basketball hoop, heck, if it even goes in the hoop and comes back down, that's still in play, believe it or not. 12-10. Gobblers with the lead, but on their heels right now at this moment. Tegan Piesick played to the back end now for Milaca to Esther Evans, running, sent over. Abby Palm tries to pick back corner, but kept alive by Westling. Sent over by Kenna Mock. To Kenzie Hamilton to Abby Palm. Right in the middle now for Hannah Jones. This one will be a kill for Hannah Jones. 13-10 now. Aitkin with the advantage after getting that side out. Gobblers will get the serve now to Tegan Piesick. Tegan Piesick coming off the knee injury. Missed all of volleyball season last year as a junior, but in her senior season, as he hit long out of play by Evans, will now make it 14-10 now in favor of Aitkin. I'm sure for Tegan, after missing all of volleyball and pretty much all of basketball season last year, happy to be competing, but did come back for track season last spring, as the Gobblers will not get the point here, scrambling after that hit. Abby Palm and, of course, Jessica Much doing everything they can to keep things moving for the Gobblers. Now a 14-11 score for the Gobblers as we wait for confirmation on the serve coming up here. Emma Larson and I believe also number 12, Grace Haas. Haas will go back to serve for the Wolves. 14-11. Gobblers lead here in set number 3, but trailing 2-0. This will be an ace for Grace Haas. Again, in that far corner on the backside, Aitkin, a little miscommunication there, allowed that point to follow through. 14-12, Aitkin holds the lead. We'll see Haas getting that running start once again. Low dugout on the reception by Much, sent over by Emma Miles. To Elbert, going to be sent over on the third hit from Emma Larson. Abby Palm to Bailey O'Neill. It's blocked to the net, but lands the favor of Aitkin, with Bailey O'Neill getting another kill. That's her 5th of the night. Her and Hannah Jones both with 5 kills for the Gobblers. 15-12 the score. Aitkin in front. They've led ever since they trailed 4-0. Reception for Milaca. Esther Evans is going to hit this one out. 16-12 now the score. Gobblers still in front here in this set. Jessica Much will go back to serve for the Gobblers. Streaky server, to say the least. Her serve. Play to the back row from Emma Larson. Now Larson will send it over on the third hit after dug out by Jessica Much. Far side for Brooke Zubke. Her hit is long and out. And we'll see. 16-13 now the score, and the side out to the Milaca Wolves. Loose ball back in now for Milaca, and will be for number 13 and Sarah Wario. Wario will go back to serve for Milaca. Running start on the near side, played to Jessica Much in the back row to Abby Palm. Bailey O'Neill will send it over in the third hit, tipped out of the air, kept alive by Larson. Elbert will send it over. Now to Much, to Abby Palm, looking for Bailey O'Neill once again, long and out. Near deficit has been at 2 points, the lowest it's been here through this set for Milaca. They want to carve into it a little bit deeper with Wario on the serve. Low serve, this one will be for the Wolves, now trailing 16-15. Another ace. This one will go to Warrior. This will be her first of the night, and Sarah Wario. And she'll go to serve once again to Jessica Much. Abby Palm. Jessica Much will send it over. Free ball to Emma Larson. Now to Grace Haas. Looking for Neely Zenz. Picks that back corner, and a kill for Neely Zenz. We are tied at 16. A 6-point lead here in this set for Aitkin, and now it's tied at 16 apiece. Wario will continue to serve. She'll send it up to Jessica Much. Now to Abby Palm. Far side for Brooke Zubke. Blocked to the net. Kept alive by Aitkin. To Emma Miles. Hammered right into the net by Bailey O'Neill. But a good block of the net for Lily Voss and also Emma Larson. And we get a timeout called as Milaca takes the lead at 17-16. Take a break here. We'll be right back on the Gobbler as well as YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1 for those also tuning in at YourLiveEvent.com. Gobblers had a 6-point lead here in this third set, including after trailing 4-0. Built up a 6-point lead, but now trail for the first time here in this set since they trailed 4-0, 17-16. Still down 2 sets to nothing, so a very uphill battle that they have. Sarah Wario will continue to serve to Jessica Much on the back row. Now looking for Emma Miles. She'll send it over on the third hit. Dug out this time by Elbert. Sent over by Emma Larson. Kept alive by Jessica Much. Second hit over, a free ball for Milaca. Looking for Neely Zenz. Times it up. Can't get it as it's blocked in the net by Zubke and Jones. Blocked once again as it goes off the judges' stand and out. But it will be a point for Milaca as it was actually Gobblers with the free ball to their side on the reception of the serve, long and out by the Milaca Wolves, by Aitkin. 16-19 Milaca with the advantage. As we get a hit at the net on the serve from Milaca, that will make it now 17-19. Gobblers will get the point after the service error. Service from Maddie Hamilton will go now to the side of the Milaca Wolves, and the hit long of the mark on the back end. Now it's a 19-18 lead for Milaca. Back-to-back points as the Gobblers now trail by just one once again. Very tight set after a good lead from Aitkin. Maddie Hamilton's serve played to Neely Zenz. Sent over by Zenz on the third hit. Dug out by Much. Played by Maddie Hamilton on the set. Blocked at the net, and it's going to go out after it's played by the likes of Bailey O'Neill, and a kill for her. We're tied at 19. We saw it in the match last week against Staples Motley. Gobblers went down in those first 2 sets, but third set really came around and were super competitive as a service error by Maddie Hamilton will give the point right back to the Milaca Wolves. And we'll see number 9 and Lily Voss set to serve for Milaca. The Wolves send it over now to Emma Ostrowski. Jessica Much, nice diving play, cannot get it over on 3 hits. And the Gobblers give up the point. Now 21-19 the score. 21-19. It will be number 9 in Lily Voss back to serve once again for Milaca. Sending it over. Back corner to Jessica Much to Maddie Hamilton, looking for Brooke Zubke. Mistimes it, but still gets it over to Grace Haas. Back corner, it falls in. This one will be killed for Maggie Wessling. Her 13th of the night for her as it just grazed that back corner. 22-19 the score. As we will see, now Lily Voss back to serve once again. Running start for her. Looking for Emma Ostrowski, just out as Ostrowski thought she was going to play it, but let it go right by. 22-20 the score now. Serve will come up from Kenzie Hamilton, coming off the bench for Aitkin. Serve being sent over. near side. Grace Haas right in the middle, looking for Westling, hammers it right down, and no messing around with Maggie Westling. Now number 13 on the night for her, 23-20. Milaca on the front end and gets the point in the side out, sending in Brianna Papp to close things out if it just so happens to be that way. 23-20. Serve up to Jessica Much. Now looking for Brooke Zubke. Tegan Pisak actually tips off the net and will be a kill for Tegan Pisak. And we'll keep the match rolling now, 23-21. Brooke Zubke will go into serve. Side out to the Gobblers. Trailing 2-0. Brooke Zubke's serve. Played up, and it'll be an ace for Brooke Zubke. That's her first of the night. Team's third as well. 23-22, a timeout taken by Coach Taylor for Milaca. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Aitkin Gobbler Volleyball here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight, 23-22 in set number 3. Milaca up 2-0 against the Aitkin Gobblers. Serve will come from Brooke Zubke for the Gobblers. Gobblers had a 6-point lead in this ball game after trailing 4-0 to open it up. Milaca to Maggie Westling, try to drop one in. Maddie Hamilton keeps it alive, sends it over on the third hit. On the back row, now the front for Neely Zenz, going to try and hit one. It hits off the roof and it's going to fall in. This will be a kill for Neely Zenz, and taking one out of the Gobblers' book as it hits off a light in the gymnasium. 24-22. We are at match point. Milaca will get the serve with number 8 in Kennemock coming off the bench. Match point at 24-22. Kennemock off the bench. Running start for her. Played to Kenzie Hamilton. Now to Brianna Papp. Looking for Westling, and that will finish it. Yes, it will. A kill for Maggie Westling. That will do it. 25-22 will close the match. Milaca a sweep of Aitkin. Take a break. Post-game show coming up. We'll catch up with Coach Osmus, a couple of players from the Gobblers, and of course we've got players of the game to announce here tonight. Milaca sweeps Aitkin 3-0 here on the Gobbler and also yourliveevent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, Thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1, and also at yourliveevent.com. Post-game show, Gobblers fall tonight, 3-0 against Milaca Wolves, as we're going to jump right into the post-game show. Got Bailey O'Neill and also Jessica Much joining us here on the post-game show. Girls, hard-fought loss here tonight, really competitive. How'd you girls feel on the floor tonight?
It was a good game. Our defense was pretty strong, but we struggled to pass, which was most of it. All of our in-system passes went down, but they had good serves, so we struggled to get a couple of them up.
Absolutely, and I know that talking about, we've seen a couple of times here, first couple sets, getting started has been something for your team to kind of, address as the season's come along. Third set, you get down early, but you come out with a little bit more of a pep in your step as well. What kind of change from the third set going in, especially after the first two sets, where it seemed to getting started was a little bit of a struggle for your team a little bit. Third set really seemed to turn around a little bit. What kind of changed?
Yeah, we're a young team, so a lot of our game mentally has been confidence just going through this season. We've always been starting slow, and then as we get into our rhythm, all of our young girls, our young talents start swinging. And I know that stood true for Bailey. A lot of her kills came from just going up and going after all the high hands and going against their block.
Yeah, when we get the ball and we're on a run, things are moving smoothly. When we can pass in system, things run well. But when we can't do that and we're putting it over every time, it's a little bit more challenging for us.
How do girls feel after playing, of course, a couple of tournaments last couple of weekends? And I know a couple of course, the start of the season, you played a lot of road matches. I know at this point, of course, now kind of the midway point of the season, how are you girls feeling now that you're going to be able to settle in at home for a while?
I think our communication's coming along. A lot of us know our roles now that we played with each other for such a long time this season. So we're kind of falling into our roles. And there's a few kinks here and there with just general hustle plays, but I think a lot of our just general confidence and flow is really coming in now.
And you know what? You got 6 matches here at home. First one, you got 3 at home next week. Homecoming week, if it wasn't already going to be crazy enough with homecoming, I got 3 matches at home, and it's going to be it's going to be a long haul, but I'm sure it's going to be fun for you girls. Appreciate you coming on the post-game show. While we're at it as well, Bailey O'Neill, 6 kills on the night tonight. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here tonight. Congratulations, Jessica. Bailey, thanks so much for coming on. Here with the post-game show here tonight. Again, Gobblers fall 25-21, 25-17, 25-22. Of course, Bailey O'Neill, our Enbridge I Bring the Energy Player of the Game tonight. Brought to you by Enbridge. Thank you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Its construction is complete on a new and safer project, safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and it was done thanks to the support of hard work and thousands of people. Thank you from Enbridge. Of course, we'll get much more here on the post-game show coming up. Hopefully catch word from Coach Osmus coming up here tonight. Gobblers fall 3-0 here on the Gobbler, as well as yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Welcome back here to the postgame show here on the Gobbler and at yourliveevent.com. As right now joining us here on the postgame show, head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers tonight, that being Coach Julie Osmus. 3-0 loss tonight, Coach. Again, we've seen it here at the start of the season and now at, the midway point. First couple of sets takes your team a little bit to get going as well. Third set, team trailed early, but came back to life and had a good lead. But looking back at this what did you see from your team there tonight?
Like you were saying, the first set, we just had a lot of trouble with our serve, receive, and our passing. And, I was really proud of that back row. They really cleaned it up. Set 2 and 3, we really came around. Then we had some issues with our swinging, and, just a few of our setters got a little gun shy, and they just weren't swinging hard like they needed to be. And, we just have to build that confidence in ourselves and know that even if we make some mistakes, we got to keep swinging because that's the only way we're going to win. And that's what I keep stressing to the girls is, swing hard. It's okay. It's going to be what it is going to be, but we got to swing hard if we want to win.
We talked with Jessica. We talked with Bailey, too. Of course, this being a young team, too, but now at this point, the midway point of the season, too, I'm sure communication, a lot of passing, too, has been, especially tonight, wasn't fully all there. But now we're at the point where practices are going to be lesser than the game schedule, too. So a lot of those are going to have to be corrected on the fly, I would imagine.
Yep, it makes it harder. But we just got to really work on our communication. A few of those back row mistakes tonight were just communication errors. By this point, we kind of need to know who's taking what and different things. But we'll get that all straightened out. We have practice tomorrow, and we're going to work hard on that. So we're ready for Park Rapids on Thursday.
Got a nice home stretch as well after being a couple of road warriors to start off the year. Next 5 matches, and after tonight, 5 more matches at home. You get 3 next week during homecoming. I spoke with the girls. It wasn't crazy enough being homecoming. Let's throw 3 matches into the mix too. But I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. It all starts with taking care of Park Rapids on Thursday.
Yep, all starts with Park Rapids. They have a similar record to us, so we know that it's going to be a good even match, and we just have to come in, focused, ready to go, and if we can play our game, that should be ours. So we're really hoping.
Coach, we certainly do appreciate the time. Look forward to talking to you on Thursday, too.
Thank you.
Head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Julie Osmus, joins us here on the post-game show. Take another break here. We'll start wrapping things up. Take a look at our final numbers, our out-of-town scoreboard. We got a 5-setter coming up over on Skeeter 101.5. It's all coming up here on the Gobbler and yourliveevent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back here to Aitkin High School tonight on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930, FM 103.1. For those also tuning in online at rjbroadcasting.com as we Start to begin the wind down in our post-game show here. Well, out-of-town scoreboard update. It's a 5-set victory yet again for Crosby Ironton. They battled late. They were back and forth with Hill City over on Skeeter 101.5. That's the second time back-to-back nights that Crosby Ironton has won in 5 sets. Defeated Pillager last night. Now they went against Hill City Northland. Again, set 1 went 25-22 to Crosby Ironton. Hill City won 25-21 in set number 2. Set 3 went to Hill City 25-16. Then Crosby Ironton went 25-20. And then Crosby finishes it off 15-7 in set number 5. Of course, our final score here tonight, 25-20, 25-17, 25-22. Milaca sweeps the Aitkin Gobblers here tonight. Looking at some of the big numbers from our broadcast here tonight, Maggie Westling, 14 kills, 4 blocks, 2 aces, and, well, we have her down for a dig, but again, all these numbers unofficial of tonight's broadcast, which will prompt us to give her Big Deal Player of the Game tonight, brought to you by Atwater Motors in Aitkin, formerly known as Brandel Motors. Them just rebranding themselves recently. Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, at Takedown Gym in Brainerd, our Big Deal Player of the Game, Maggie Westling for the Milaca Wolves. Of course, other notable stats to include 14 digs in the night for Anna Elbert, also seeing 6 kills from Neely Zenz and 5 from Esther Evans tonight. Gobblers do get the likes of 6 kills from Bailey O'Neill tonight. Our Enbridge I Bring the Energy Player of the Match tonight. And Jessica Much, 15 digs as well. Seeing 5 kills from Hannah Jones tonight, a couple of aces for Mackenzie Hamilton at the service line, and 5 digs from Abby Palm off the bench for the Aitkin Gobblers. So Gobblers fall here tonight. Unfortunately, now 5-8 on the season. Well, they're not going to have much time to rest. They'll have practice tomorrow, then right back in action against Park Rapids. That'll be on yourliveevent.com. Of course, we'll have the broadcast of that one before 3 matches next week here at Aitkin High School. Hey, guess what? Next week's already homecoming, too, so it'll be a busy, busy week for Aitkin High School activities. Now, Milaca is 8-5 on the season. They're going to be back in action on Thursday. There are also going to be some road warriors. They're going to head on over on Highway 23 to take on the Crusaders of St. Cloud Cathedral. So a couple of matchups already. Now make it 6 wins in a row for the Milaca Wolves, while Aitkin now, well, they've lost 3 of their last 4 matches, 3 of their last 5 matches, I should say, here in recent memory. Of course, the Gobblers do fall here in 3 sets tonight. Well, we've got a chance as well, getting a look here with our broadcast schedule coming up. Gobblers, again, will be back in action on Thursday. We'll have coverage of that, 6:55 pre-match start on yourliveevent.com. But looking here, Wednesday, we'll take the night off from high school sports, but we'll still have plenty to offer with the Golden Gopher Football Weekly with Coach P.J. Fleck. That'll be a 6 o'clock start on Cash 95, 3WI-FM. We'll also have Minnesota Twins Baseball, 6 p.m. A start will be for pregame on KKIN FM Real Country 94.3. And then Thursday, we'll have, again, high school volleyball. We'll have, of course, tennis reports with Crosby Ironton at Aitkin on Skeeter 101.5. We'll have Park Rapids at Aitkin on yourliveevent.com. Then we'll have the return of Minnesota Wild Hockey. They've had a couple preseason games. We're going to get you one of those preseason games. They'll be at Dallas, 6:45 pregame right here on the Gobbler, KKIN, AM 930 and FM 103.1. Thursday night football, Minnesota Twins baseball during the day, and we'll get you right back with high school football. We'll have 5 games on the airwaves coming up on Friday night. But, of course, you can check out the full broadcast schedule more. Oh, one more interesting note. Saturday, we'll have an early start to the Saturday Sports Wrap right here on the Gobbler. 9 a.m. pregame, 9 a.m. start because the Minnesota Golden Gopher football team has an 11 o'clock kickoff, so we'll join the game in progress. We'll join pregame in progress before kickoff as the Golden Gophers will take on Purdue. It's homecoming for the Golden Gopher football team, ranked at number 21 in the latest coaches poll, the AP top poll as well. Gobblers fall 25-20, 25-17, 25-22 here tonight from Aitkin High School against the Milaca Wolves. This has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated here in the Brainerd Lakes area. Gobblers will be back in action Thursday. Noah Caruso will have the call for that on yourliveevent.com. But for those that are tuned in tonight, heard some of our sponsors, saw some of our sponsors. Be sure to thank our sponsors with your patronage, and always shop local here through the Brainerd Lakes area. A big thank you to Milaca High School and the Milaca Wolves head coach, James Taylor, for allowing us to broadcast and cover the team tonight. For all the Milaca folks tuning in, thanks so much for tuning in. We certainly do appreciate you tuning in, even from afar. And for Coach Julie Osmus, for the likes of Bailey O'Neill and Jessica Mudge for coming on the postgame show. Athletics Director Jason Klein, and the many great people here at Aitkin High School. Thanks so much for allowing us to broadcast here on the Gobbler and YourLiveEvent.com. Well, until next time, this is Paul Vold signing off here from Aitkin High School. Gobblers swept tonight, but we hope for a sweep on Thursday. Again, this has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated in the Brainerd Lakes area. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. You have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night, and we will talk to you next time. Good night, everybody.